Hey folks, ET here coming at you with the stock market week ahead look. And first up is Tesla. Interesting look here. Customer sentiment has started to slide down into the very slightly bearish range while Tesla continues to rip. Important things to look at here. Well, support at 420, and there's another one down at 400, and a lower target is 400. Nothing above yet. Doesn't mean we won't see that soon, but for now, it looks like it could be primed for a small pullback. We'll check everything else to see if that's possible before we actually make a call on that. All right, dark pools, no sig prints to worry about at the moment, but we do have a very, very, very low, large aggregate dark pool down here. Not saying we're crashing down to 355 or 354.17, but that is something that I always keep an eye on as we go along. It has been an absolute juggernaut lately, so short it at your own risk. But let's check its gamma and see how it pans out throughout the week as we go along. So here we are on its ag, and a really interesting look here. Above 420, there is just plenty of room to run all the way up to 470. Truly, if it cannot break below 420 at that whale support we saw earlier, it can keep going. Remember, green repels and red attracts. So our biggest attraction right now is 425, which is a little bit below price. Breaking down below 420, we have another repel at 410. One more at 400. So if we cannot stay above here, this could be a nice range to play. If we can continue to bounce 420, we have plenty of room up. Next up for us is ZOM. Have our whales targets already drawn out for us. Customer sentiment has been somewhat bearish, starting to slide just slightly. We have a support at 109, a target of 115, and then some more resistance above at 120. We covered this one last week as well. One of my favorite tickers to play, both upside and downside. Respects its levels really well. So a hold of this 109, we start to see sentiment improve. Could be very good for ZOM. Going into its dark pool levels, no sig prints to worry about there. We do see our largest ag at 112.34. It was a little higher up at 119 last week, I believe. So we're a little bit lower than that, so it's a big important level to watch. If it can hold that 109 area, be a first target there at 112. Let's dig into its gamma and see what it shows us. So that 110, 109 area has a repel on our ag. Biggest pull is 119, but it's quite far away. Not much has changed here. What we're really seeing is a range in between this 109, 110 to this 114, and that's really the area that I would be looking at to play right now, unless we can jump a little bit further up into that 117, which would be a great spot to scale. Usually energy moves all at the same time on some sort of geopolitical event that happens. So if something like that might be looming, that might be what would send it up in this direction. Right now, we're sort of range bound, 110 to 114. And if we somehow break all these repel levels here and repel upwards, then we have a 117 target with that pull still sitting up here on the right, but it's very, very, very slight. So that is ZOM for you. Last up for tonight is Nvidia. Interesting to see that during this entire downtrend here, customers have continued to remain bullish. Whale targets above at 139, whale resistance at 139, whale target at 140, and then one at 150. Let's check its dark pools and its gamma and see what shakes out as well. One sig print at 139.7 to keep an eye on. Mark that on your charts. Remember, don't worry about bull, bear. Just mark it on your charts as an important level of contention. So right here, we're at 138.67, which price is sitting at 134.25. So we are a little bit away from our largest ag at the moment. Something to keep an eye on, as the further we get away from our largest aggregate, the more I like to start looking towards that direction. Last up is our gamma. Pretty interesting here. We have a small repel at 132. We need to hold that price on any dips. Largest pull, our big red negative gamma here, is at 135, so not too far away from price, with another repel at 142. So ideally, we get a 132 to 142 range on Nvidia, another big pull at 138 as well. Pretty simple look there. If we can break this 142 and this 143 repel upwards, then we have that 147 target. Nice range here if we hold 132. If we get down below that, there's a pull at 125 if we have some bad days as well. But for now, remember, gamma does change throughout the week, but for now, we're looking at some potential upwards momentum down to 135. This 135 holds, and that's the range that we'll probably want to play if nothing to the right gets bigger. All right, that is all for now. Everybody have a good day. Stay safe out there and go get that Oprah money.